Are Canadians nice? No. Alright guys, this is going to be my video for today. If you guys enjoyed
Hey, wait a second.
Huh?
You can't just end the video there, you still have so much time to go through.
Well, I suppose I can't just end it here. Okay, so as always, spread around the world, there are numerous stereotypes. We Canadians, we all go A, and we're the nicest place on earth, and we sure love our maple syrup, eh? So hearing that Canadians aren't nice must be earth-shattering coming from another fellow Canadian. Like, how could Canada not be the greatest place on earth? Like, we literally just legalized the green leafy boys. Well, the language I'm using is very specific. While Canadians are not the nicest, or most specifically, nicer than the rest of the world per se, Canadians are a lot more polite. Now, I know the two words are basically synonymous in the grand scheme of things, but I think that even if you don't give a care in the world about language, that I could explain why I'm even making this distinction. I believe when we say that people are nice, that it implies that we are going out of our way to be welcoming and hospitable people. While that is obviously the case for some people, I find that the better term is that Canadians are polite. We are willing to go out of our way to be approachable and to help out other people, but not because we enjoy helping people or have hearts of gold, but because it's just so much easier to comply and to help instead of ignore. I'll be comparing Canada a lot to the United States, but I have seen this a lot in many other places as well. Now, let's just say, alright, I was carrying a bunch of boxes and I dropped them in the middle of the street. I find that Canadians would be less hesitant to help than Americans, who would continue about their day-to-day lives. A lot of the time though, we often help not necessarily because it's the correct thing to do, but because we would look like pretty garbage people to just walk away and ignore. Though we do mask this as being respectable people, I know that even by masking our actions as being kind and nice, that it still makes us nice people, because no matter the intention, the outcome was positive and of a good intention. Now that being said though, Canadians can still dislike people. What, you think we like everyone we meet? Ha, of course not. I remember an American friend told me this, and I think it couldn't be any more truer. On the outside, we put on such a great show for the world and how great we are, but behind anyone's back we talk absolutely so much trash. And I mean, the reason why makes sense. Telling someone you don't like them doesn't make you cool or restore some sort of false sense of pride and respect, and this is even more obvious in a workplace or school environment. If you have a group project or you see people on a daily basis, going out of your way to confront a person can be very awkward and put a strain on the atmosphere. Now, I do want to clarify, right, that if you're in a situation that absolutely requires a confrontation, then I agree, you should do what is necessary. But let's say, in a minor situation, some lad just walks in and is wearing socks with sandals, right? Ew, why would you do that? Well, a Canadian would probably silently judge and tell their friends about it later, but hey, that's not your concern and they can do whatever they want. An American though, they probably already started getting roasted and the lad's probably gonna have a bad day. Point I'm trying to make is that Canadians are nice not usually out of a genuine kindness, but usually out of convenience. Hence why the term polite makes a bit more sense to me. I know most people will hold up an awkward conversation, or they'll lend their phone if somebody needed it, not because they're kind, but because it's easier to do it than awkwardly say no. Americans, on the other hand, are often quite individualistic, I find. They often care more about themselves, and because of that, they don't really care to speak their mind or to confront people, because they're not going to take any crap from strangers or even their own friends and family. As much as I'm not a fan of this type of lifestyle and interaction, I will give them props. I know so many Canadians who talk so much trash, but when they're confronted, they suddenly lose all of the talk that they hyped up. As the popular saying goes, talk the talk and walk the walk. In a sense, I think having the nice Canadian stereotype is one that I like, because it also has been a great reason for other Canadians to be nice to others, which is something I try to get other people to do. It also sets a great standard for other countries to look towards and to try to be as well. It's so much easier to just let people coexist instead of confronting people at times that are completely unnecessary. Again, when confrontation is needed, it should be done. But sometimes you should just let people exist and do their thing. I will give Americans credit where it's due though. I have definitely been implementing into my life the American way of stepping up when you're called out. If you get caught talking trash, you gotta man up and take ownership for your words. Don't be a pussy and just shy away, cause that's how you really get called out as weak. I have a feeling that after this video, I'm probably going to get a bunch of people messaging me asking me if I actually like them or if I'm just nice, which will be an interesting conversation to have, to say the least. Anyways, that's probably all for me. If you made it this far, comment down below what is your favorite internet browser, comment what I should talk about next, and I'll see you all in the next video. See ya!